I'm laying up my treasures in that home above, trusting, full of trusting in the Savior's love, doing what I can for heaven's holy dove. I'm getting ready to leave this world, getting ready to leave this world, getting ready.
Hey guys, Ben Hart here, and we're gonna dive into this intro, and it's just a neat, like, kind of style that I've heard most of my life. So let's dive into it. D, E, F sharp is the opening bass note, and then we're gonna go G. Now we're in the key of G, and it's 4/4 time. So the chord progression is G to E minor to C to D, and we do it again. G, E minor, C to D. So da. If we were just playing a rhythm, C, now D. So I'm thinking about that chord progression when I made this up, and I'm just playing notes around that and making sure that I land on somewhat of notes of the chord. So if it is G, it'd be G, B, or D, and I'm playing around with that, and then, you know, there's some in-between notes that we're using to create this style. So I'll just get into showing you, and once you learn this, then you're going to kind of grab the concept of it. D, E, F sharp. And you can't bend a note on a piano, but if you could, this is the closest thing we can get to it. We go ba-dum. So it's da-dum, you know, kind of sounds like a guitar does that. We're really mimicking an old school guitar that plays like this. So we're gonna go D, kind of D, E, F sharp, G. And then we're gonna go A to B. All right, and we're bending again. G, A to B. And we're gonna go back down and bend down to A. We're gonna kind of create some tension there. So da-dum, ba-dum. All right, so. And then we're gonna go to E right there, and that's gonna go to E minor. But let me talk about the right hand real quick. So we're going to kind of play the 2 and the 4 of the 4/4 time. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got to kind of get that in your head. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when we bend the notes, we're going to take whatever chord we're playing, which is G here, G, B, and D, and we're going to do this little percussive thing. Whatever notes we have in the top fingers here, we're going to hit those together, and then we're going to go down to the thumb and hit the G. We're going to create this. So we're going to go. So when we go, we're hitting that G straight, but when we bend this A to B, we're going to go. We're gonna do that real quick and subtle. Don't overemphasize that. This needs to be the loudest point. The right hand needs to be real light. So we're gonna bend up to B, bend back down to A. So both times we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna go to E. And then we're gonna play an E minor, E, G, and B there. All right, so far we got. All right, so now we're gonna go from E minor to C, and we're gonna play some licks around E minor. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna kind of play the same lick, because G and E minor are, you know, one note apart. So we're gonna kind of create something memorable by kind of repeating the same thing over and over. So we're gonna go A to B again. So we got. All right, now we're going to C this time. Just like we went to E before, we're going to C. So far we got. And I keep on hitting that B. No matter how much you play, you still make mistakes. Unless you're Gordon Mote or Jason Webb, I guess. For those of you who don't know them, I don't think they make mistakes. Here we go. All right, so now we're at a C. So we're gonna play this C in the right hand. E, G, and C. We're gonna go. Now here, it gets too low to play like a C major, because I'm playing around with notes of the guys. I hope you enjoyed this free lesson. If you would like to receive more lessons like this one, absolutely for free, from our website, naturalmusicstore.com, just click on the link and go sign up for our free lessons email list. We don't need your credit card, no nothing. We have paid programs. We'd love for you to be a part of those, but this is not one of them. There's maybe 100 or over 100 by now free lessons on there that you can just view and enjoy, and we're putting new ones out all the time. So go ahead and click and subscribe to the email list, and we will send you something, the link to the page, and we'll see you at the next lesson.